Good Sunday afternoon or evening, depending on wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to EOSN for a very big, a very special broadcast here. We join you live from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, as the Orlando Magic get ready to take on the Western Conference champion, San Antonio Spurs, for the 2018 season in our fictional sports universe NBA Final. We started out with 30, and here we are down to our final two. The winner of this game will be crowned the 2018 World Champions. So let's go ahead and without further ado, present you guys with the teams competing in our championships. One moment. One second, I'm trying to get the slideshow uploaded. It's being rather difficult. Pregame. Nope, that ain't what I wanted. Go there. See if we can find it here. Properties. Give me a chance. Come on. There we go. All right. So now, without further ado, the presentation of the teams competing in the 2018 NBA Final. First, your Western Conference champions. They come in here with a point differential in the tournament of plus 17. Or sorry, plus 73. They got here. One second, just turn. They got here by defeating some very mighty teams in the first round. They beat the Denver Nuggets. Final there, 123-111. In the second half of the season to get into the playoffs, they beat Oklahoma City Thunder 106-87. Then beat the Golden State Warriors 117-108 and beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the Staples Center for the Western Conference title. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Western Conference champions, the San Antonio Spurs. And come on. Waiting for them to emerge from the tunnel, probably getting some last-minute words of advice from Coach Greg Popovich, and there they are, wearing that black and silver jersey with that special NBA Final patch on there. This is their 6th appearance here in the NBA Final. They've won 7 conference titles, including the one they won this year. And now, on to the Eastern Conference champions. The way they got here was pretty unusual. First game of the season, they beat the Brooklyn Nets in a nail biter, 89-87. A team that beats that team you wouldn't expect to make it here. Then they beat the Charlotte Hornets 112-109. Then the New York Knicks in the conference semifinal 103-95, and then took the Chicago Bulls to overtime to claim the Eastern Conference Final and thus home field in this NBA Final. Give it up for the 2018 Eastern Conference champions, the homestanding Orlando Magic. And there they are. Orlando Magic carry a plus 17-point differential into this tournament. This is their 3rd conference title, and no world championships for them just yet. as we go to the game. The team's on the field ready to get this one started, and I think we are too. Some news to bring you as it pertains to the injuries, but we'll talk about that after we introduce the starting lineups for each of these very special teams here in the 2018 season. Here goes the starting lineups for the Western Conference champion San Antonio Spurs. Starting center, Pau Gasol. Starting power forward, LaMarcus Aldridge. Starting forward, and the 2017 regular season MVP and the 2018 regular season MVP and the 2018 Western Conference Final MVP, Kwahi Leonard. Starting guard, Danny Green. Starting point guard, returning from injury, Tony Parker. And now the starting lineup for the homestanding Orlando Magic. Starting at center, standing 7 foot, Nikola Vucevic. Starting power forward, standing at 6'10", the 2018 Eastern Conference Final MVP, Serge Ibaka. Starting forward, standing at 6'7", Terrence Ross. Starting guard, standing at 6'9", Aaron Gordon. And your starting point guard, standing at 6'4", Elfred Payton. As the music fades away, the crowd gets louder and gets ready for this exciting game. The biggest game in Orlando Magic history up to this point. Still looking for that elusive world title. This is their third try. Will the third time be the charm? We are about to find out, but the odds are not in their favor. Before we go through our point spread and the odds according to this game, let's go ahead and talk about who is not available for certain teams. So not available for, first, the visiting San Antonio Spurs is Kyle Anderson, Nicholas Larpartuva, Bryn Forbes, and Joel Anthony. Not available for the homestanding Orlando Magic, C.J. Watson, Jody Meeks, Jeff Green, and then Evan Fournier, who of course was injured in the Eastern Conference semifinal against New York. So now we'll go ahead and go to our point spread. And if you're an Orlando Magic fan, you're not looking good. We used What If Sports 2016-17 teams for each of these, since this is the 2016-17 set we're playing with. And the Orlando Magic have a 5% chance of winning this, San Antonio 95. All 10 simulations turned out San Antonio. The official spread, San Antonio by 9 points. So let's see if the Orlando Magic can turn the narrative around and make everyone believers. And we have Al, Red Sox fan, joining us just in time for tip-off. Al, this is it. The big one for the championship. Tell me who you got or who you're rooting for as we get this one set off as Vucevic and Gasol meet in the center. And here we go. This one will be won by Vucevic, who kicks it over to Serge Ibaka. And we are underway here at the 2018 NBA Final. Kicks it over to Vucevic. Vucevic puts it up for two, and it's going to go off the rim. Rebounded by Kwahi Leonard. Leonard taking off on the fast break, and there goes the MVP. Tries to put it up for two. And it is good. And an early lead for San Antonio in this one. No assist on the play as we get it over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon trying to tie it up, put it up, blocked by Danny Green. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol no fast break, so he simply just keeps it to himself for a little while longer. Too long as it's stolen by Vucevic. Vucevic taking off on the fast break. Puts it up for two, and he missed that one. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Kawhi. Kawhi taking off on the fast break. And he's going to do a beautiful bounce pass over to his power forward, LaMarcus Aldridge, for two more. And it's 4-0 San Antonio. Inbound to Aaron Gordon. Gordon now over to Elfred Payton. Payton for two. And he will miss that one, and there's no foul called. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Pass by Gasol to Leonard. Leonard beyond the arc for three, and that's off the rim. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic passes the ball over to Elfred Payton. Payton. Beautiful bounce pass over to his power forward, Serge Ibaka, for two. And it's four. There's the first points for the Magic tonight. Inbound to Pau Gasol. Gasol doesn't have it. Kicks over to Green. Green dishes it back over to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge. Beautiful bounce pass over to Kawhi Leonard for two more. At the half, we're going to be telling you guys the results of our year-end awards. The winner of the MVP, the scoring title, the Defensive Player of the Year, and the Coach of the Year. So, over to Terrence Ross. Ross doesn't have it, kicks it over to Vucevic. Vucevic does. Vucevic gets fouled on the shot, and it will be on Pau Gasol. So a chance to put this at a 2-point ball game. And the Magic certainly the underdog here as the first one is up and good. And the next one is good as well. So Vucevic makes it a 2-point game. And now inbound to Pau Gasol. Gasol for two. And that will drop in the net for two more for the Spurs and an assist for Tony Parker. Inbound now to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka had a hellacious overtime period. Made 3 straight three-pointers to get them in that one. And that one will be blocked by LaMarcus Aldridge. Rebounded by Aldridge as well. Aldridge passes over to Tony Parker. Parker goes for the jump shot, and it is good. LaMarcus Aldridge with two, or with the assist. Tony Parker with two. It's 10-4. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic doesn't have it. Kicks it over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon for three. Off the rim. Rebounded by Green. Green kicks it over, and there goes Kawhi Leonard on the fast break. Leonard for two, and it is a miss, but he gets the foul. And it will be on Vucevic. So Leonard will go to the stripe for the first time tonight. 88% free throw shooter. And the shot's up and good. Next one is good as well. So it's now an 8-point game. 6-0 run for the Spurs. Inbound to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka for three. Misses that one. Rebounded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge no fast break, so he simply gets it over to Parker. Parker shut down by Elfred Payton. Kicks it over to Danny Green. Green doesn't have it. Green back over to Parker. Parker doesn't have it. Now back to Green. Green for three. Misses it. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka passes over to Vucevic. Vucevic now over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon shut down by Danny Green. Kicks it back over to Terrence Ross. Ross for three. They need this to fall, and it won't. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol keeps the ball for himself a little while longer. And he will go up for two. And it is blocked by Vucevic. Rebounded by the defense. By Ibaka. Ibaka keeps the ball for himself a little while longer. Lines it up for a three ball. Puts it up, and he misses that one. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol kicks it over to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge for 2. And he will miss that one. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic kicks it over to Serge Ibaka. Fouled by LaMarcus Aldridge, so we'll go again. And now there's the sub screen, so we will check on the subs. And, oops. Yep. Subs. Come on. All right, so we check on the subs. And we're going to minimize that. Absolutely close that down. And there we go. All right. So check on the subs. Who's ready to come in? Doesn't look like any of them are quite ready to come in, so we're going to go ahead and keep that. So we return to the game, and we return you to the game, checking in on the chat room. Our Red Sox fan says, rooting for the underdog makes for a better story. Well, the underdog certainly is the Orlando Magic, and they are not off to the best starts as we return to the game. And hold on 1 second. Hopefully the stream didn't drop, but my internet just closed. Got to love technology. And now it won't open. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to, there we go. There's the internet opening. Let's close all that down. I've got a lot of windows open, and we're just going to try to calm everything down, simplify as we get ready to start. Let's see. Hopefully we didn't go anywhere. Checking in on the live dashboard as YouTube is reopening. I don't know what happened there, but my internet just simply kicked me off. So, see if we have dropped the stream or if you're still here, if you can still hear me or not. Waiting. Okay, I just got back on. It says Al says you're still on. Okay, well that's good then. So let's go ahead and get back to the game. Inbound, Serge Ibaka. Ibaka puts it up, and he will miss that one as well. Ibaka ice cold from the line tonight so far. Inbound, rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge simply just keeps the ball for himself a little while longer. Now over to Tony Parker, who's shut down by Elfred Payton. Back over to Danny Green. Green fouled by Serge Ibaka. So Serge Ibaka is starting to struggle a little eensy-weensy bit. So, and here we go. Inbound, Kwahi Leonard. Leonard puts it up for 2, and that one will fall. And it's starting to be on the verge of out of hand. 10-point lead for the Spurs. Inbound over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka kicks it over to Terrence Ross. Ross shut down by Kawhi. Now back over to Ibaka. Ibaka over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon for 3. Gets it to fall, and they needed that one. Here we go. Inbound now to Tony Parker. Parker fouled by Elfred Payton. And with 6:12 left to go, 6 minutes left to go, 7-point lead over to Tony Parker. Parker turns the ball over.
That is a
travel on the Spurs. And we check in with the subs. And there is nothing there. So we will return to the game and return you to the game. Alrighty then. Inbound, Elfred Payton. Payton for 2, puts it up, and it will miss. No foul either. And it'll be rebounded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge over to Pau Gasol. Gasol now over to Parker. Parker for 2. And he will get that one to fall because of the momentum. And timeout called by Orlando because that's the first time momentum has cost them points. 5:36 left to go in the opening quarter. It's 16-7 San Antonio. Over to Aaron Gordon to start this one off. Gordon trying to find something. Beautiful bounce pass over to Terrence Ross for 2. And let's see if this will light the magic a little bit. Over to Pau Gasol. Gasol shut down by Vucevic. Kicks it over to LaMarcus Aldridge, who doesn't have it. Now back over to Danny Green. Green doesn't have it. And over to Gasol. Gasol, 9. Beautiful bounce pass over to Kwahi Leonard for 2, who alley-oops that one. 9-point lead for the Spurs. Over to Elfred Payton. Payton fouled by Gasol. So, inbound to Aaron Gordon. Gordon, it looks like he's got something going here. Gordon puts it up for 2, and it will fall. Serge Ibaka with the assist. Gordon usually plays forward, but because of the short-handedness they have on shooting guard in Orlando, we moved him to shooting guard for this season. Over to Tony Parker. Parker doesn't have it. Now over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard for 2, puts it up, off the rim. Rebounded by Vucevic. No fast break, so Vucevic just simply gets it over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon for 2, and it rolls around the rim and drops. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol passes over to Kawhi. Kawhi turns the ball over. That never happens. Kwahi Leonard with a turnover, and it is now a chance for the Magic to bite into this. Inbound to Aaron Gordon. Gordon taking his time. Jump shot, puts it up, and it will be good. Aaron Gordon with the assist from Terrence Ross, and now it's 13-8. Aaron Gordon with 7 of the points for Orlando. Over to Pau Gasol. Gasol. Alley-oop to Leonard, who slams it in there. And it's now 20-13. 7 points, though, is a lot more fun to come back from than 10. Over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka now over to Vucevic. Vucevic. Jump shot, puts it up, and it will miss. Rebounded by the defensive power forward, LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge passes over to Tony Parker. Parker turns the ball over. The 4th turnover in this quarter by the Spurs. Inbound to Vucevic. Vucevic for 2. Gets that one to go. And it's a 5-point game. And the assist to Elfred Payton as the sub-screen is on, and we got some players ready to come in. So we're going to bring in Patty Mills for Tony Parker, David Lee for LaMarcus Aldridge, Manu Ginobili will come in for Danny Green, Jonathan Simmons. Actually, no, we're going to bring in Ginobili at shooting forward. Jonathan Simmons will come in for Green, and Dwayne Dedman will come in for Gasol, who's in foul trouble. Bismarck Biyombo will come in for Vucevic. He had a big game in the Eastern Conference Final, and TJ Augustine will come in for Elfred Payton. So we're going to return to the game. Oops. And return you to the game. Come on. Good game going on here in Orlando. 5-point lead. The underdog Magic have started a comeback. Can they keep it up? 3 minutes ago in the first quarter. Inbound over to Dwayne Dedman. Dedman fouled on the shot, and it will be on Biyombo. 2 free throws for Dwayne Dedman coming up. 7-footer. Misses the first one, so a help there. And here comes free throw number 2, but he gets that one to go. So it's a 6-point lead. Inbound to Terrence Ross. Ross shut down by Ginobili. Kicks it over to DJ Augustine. Augustine. Beautiful pass over to Ross for 2. And it's a 4-point game. Inbound over to Dwayne Dedman. Dedman stolen by DJ Augustine. No fast break, so they're going to slow it down. Kicks it over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon now over to Ibaka. Ibaka for 2. Blocked by David Lee. Loose ball, foul check, offense first, and it will be on Aaron Gordon. So Jonathan Simmons will shoot 2 free throw as the Spurs are in the bonus. First one is up and good. 5-point lead will be 6. Yes. Here we go. Inbound to Bismarck Biyombo. Biyombo now over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon for 2. And he will miss that one. Rebounded by Dwayne Dedman. No fast break as they slow it down. Dedman with the ball. Now kicks it over to Mills. Mills has a chance here to do something. Beautiful pass. Won't be to him. To Dedman, who slams it in there for 2. 25-17. Inbound now over to DJ Augustine. Augustine for 2. They need this one to fall, and it isn't going to happen. Rebounded by Jonathan Simmons, who takes it away from DJ Augustine. No fast break, so they simply just pass it over to Manu. Manu fouled by Aaron Gordon, and that's going to be free throws for Ginobili. Chance to bring that lead back up to 10 here on a 4-0 run. Ginobili, an 80% free throw shooter. First one is good. And for the 10-point lead, he misses it. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon keeps the ball for himself a little while longer. Gordon. Beautiful bounce pass over to his point guard, DJ Augustine, who lays that one in there. 1:12 left to go. 1 minute left to go. Over to David Lee. Stolen by Terrence Ross. Fast break over to DJ Augustine. Augustine, no looker, right back to Bismarck Biyombo for 2. 5-point lead for the Spurs. Over to Jonathan Simmons. Simmons for 3. Misses that one. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon, no fast break. So he kicks it over to Terrence Ross. Ross over to Ibaka. Ibaka shut down. Over to DJ Augustine. Augustine for 3. Misses that one. Defense recovers it out of bounds. So it'll be Spurs ball. Over to David Lee. Lee for 2. Gets it to fall. And no assist on the play. So we now inbound it to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka now over to Bismarck Biyombo. Biyombo doesn't have it either. And that will end the first quarter. So a quarter of the way there, it's a 7-point lead for San Antonio. 28-21 as we check the sub screen. My computer just feels like it's moving slow. Okay, so ready to come in for the Spurs is Kwahi Leonard, who will finish out the half. And the Spurs won't really do anything more. Mario Hezonja will come in for Aaron Gordon. So, we'll return to the game. Return you guys to the game screen. And let's go check in on the chat room. If my computer will let me. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, my computer. Something is up with my computer today, guys. It is not running very, very fast. It's a championship game, computer. Come on, do your job. As we will check in on the chat room the first chance we get. Come on, computer. Come on. All right. Checking in on the chat room. Al, Red Sox fan. Hopefully you're enjoying the game. Sorry about some of the technical difficulties we've run into today. But the Magic starting to make it a game. 21 points they have. The Spurs have 28 as we're ready to get the second quarter started. And now the game's being weird. Okay, now we're ready to go. Over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard fouled immediately by Terrence Ross. So, we'll inbound it again. Inbound now to Jonathan Simmons. Simmons fouled by Bismarck Biyombo. So we'll go again. Already 2 fouls for the Magic. Over to David Lee. Lee for 2, puts it up. And he will get that one to fall. Jonathan Simmons with the assist. Inbound, Mario Hezonja. Hezonja now over to DJ Augustine. Augustine doesn't have it. Has to pass it over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka over to Hezonja. Hezonja turns the ball over. Travel on Hezonja, so now the Spurs will get another chance. Over to Dwayne Dedmon. Dedmon now over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard shut down by Terrence Ross. As Leonard is going to try to get a shot off to beat the shot clock. Puts it up, and he misses that one. Rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka, no fast break. So he passes it over to Terrence Ross. Ross now over to Biyombo. Over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka back to Ross. Ross shut down by Leonard. Kicks it over to DJ Augustine. Augustine now back to Ibaka. Ibaka for three to try to beat the shot clock. Misses it. Rebounded by Dwayne Dedmon. Serge Ibaka just with 2 points so far. Fast break. Here comes Patty Mills. And he will be fouled on the shot. And it will be on DJ Augustine. So 2 foul shots coming the way of Patty Mills. His first trip to the stripe today. And he's an 83% free throw shooter. The 6-footer nails the first one. And it's a 10-point lead. Next one is just as sweet, and it's up to 11. Over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka for 2. Gets that one to fall. And they needed that one. You can't let this thing grow to double digits. Over to David Lee. Lee now over to Mills. Mills for 2, and he will miss that one. Rebounded by David Lee. Lee off the offensive rebound. Fouled on his shot, and it will be on Terrence Ross. So the free throw, first one is up and good. And the next one is off the rim. Rebounded by Biyombo. Biyombo holds it and now decides to keep it for himself a little while longer. Now passes it over to DJ Augustine. Augustine. What a pass over to Terrence Ross, who slams it down in there for 2. 33-25. Inbound over to Patty Mills. Mills now over to Leonard. Leonard passes the ball over to Dwayne Dedmon. Dedmon for 3. Or no, Dedmon. Beautiful bounce pass. Over to David Lee for 2. And there's the sub screen, so we'll check on the subs now. There we go. Come on. Show me my sub window. There we go. Coming back into the game, Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Danny Green, and Tony Parker, they're all back. Vucevic is back in there, and so is Elfred Payton. Serge Ibaka is going to have to get a rest, and it's probably going to come from Hezonja moving over to power forward at will. And CJ Wilcox will come into shooting guard. Actually, Biyombo will move to power forward. And Hezonja will stay at shooting guard. And CJ Wilcox will go to shooting forward. So that's how that's going to work out. So we return to the game. Not enough players selected. Who did not? Oh, is Tony Parker not ready to come back in? Thought it said he is, but all right. So we return to the game. We return you to the game. Let's do that quick check-in on the chat room. Every time I click on it, and it's being very every time I click on that that window in my computer, it's being very very testy. Let's put it that way. 10-point lead for San Antonio as we inbound it. Glad to hear you're enjoying the game, Al. Hopefully we can make it a little bit closer for you. Over to Bismarck Biyombo. Biyombo now over to Hezonja. Hezonja shut down by Danny Green. Hezonja trying to make moves around him, and he does just that. Hezonja is fouled on the shot, and it will be by LaMarcus Aldridge. So Hzoja will now try to put this back to single digits, 80% free throw shooter. First one is up and good. So it's back down to single digits, and he gets it down to 8. So it's 27 for the Magic. Over to Pau Gasol. Gasol now over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard, one beautiful bounce pass over to Tony Parker for 2 more. Kwahi Leonard with 2 assists, 12 points, and 2 rebounds for the Western Conference Final MVP. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic, he's got what he needs to do. Vucevic, beautiful assist pass over to, not the power forward, to C.J. Wilcox for 2 more. 37-29. Inbound over to Danny Green. Green gives a good feed over to Kwahi Leonard for 2 more. So the Magic inbound to Hzoja. Hzoja stolen away by LaMarcus Aldridge. No fast break. They slow it down. Kicks it over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard for 2. And it will fall. Tony Parker with assist number 3. Inbound now to Mario Hzoja. Hzoja now over to Bismarck Biyombo. Biyombo shut down by LaMarcus Aldridge. Back over to Hzoja. Hzoja outside the arc. Yes! And they needed that. Vucevic with the assist. And it's now 41-32. Over to Danny Green. Green doesn't have it. Now kicks it over to Tony Parker. Parker for 2. And he will miss that one. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic. Pass over to C.J. Wilcox. Wilcox now back over to Vucevic. Vucevic. 23 for 2. Trying to go to the glass. Gets it to go. And it's now 34-41. Inbound to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard puts it up for 2. And he will miss that one. Rebounded by Bismarck Biyombo. Biyombo passes over to C.J. Wilcox. Wilcox back over to Elfred Payton. Payton, 33. Beautiful bounce pass over to the power forward Bismarck Biyombo for 2 more. 41-36. It's back to 5. Now over to Danny Green. Fouled by Hzoja. And he'll shoot 2 as the Spurs now have the bonus. First one is up. And good. Next one. Missed it. Loose ball foul check. Offense first. And it will be on Danny Green. So the second foul committed by San Antonio in this quarter. Over to C.J. Wilcox. Wilcox turns the ball over. And we go to the sub screen now. Got some guys ready to come in to finish this one out. Or finish the half out, so to say. And it's Aaron Gordon. He's ready to come back in. Terrence Ross and Sergio Baca. We'll probably see them in the next one. Nothing for the Spurs as we return to the game. And we return you to the game. Come on. Come on, OBS. There you go. As we get ready for this exciting one. All right, here we go. Inbound to San Antonio. San Antonio. 20. Beautiful bounce pass by Danny Green to LaMarcus Aldridge for 2 more. 44-36 San Antonio. Over to Elfred Payton. Payton. Jump shot is up and he misses that one. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol keeps the ball for himself a little while longer. Now kicks it over to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge doesn't have it. Pass to Kawhi. Kawhi does. Kawhi. Beautiful bounce pass over to his power forward, LaMarcus Aldridge, for 2 more. 3 assists, 16 points, and 2 rebounds for Kwahi Leonard. Over to Elfred Payton. Payton puts it up, and it will be blocked by Pau Gasol. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic kicks it over to Elfred Payton off the rebound. Payton goes to Wilcox. Wilcox for 2. And it will fall because of the momentum. And assist by Vucevic. Timeout called by San Antonio. It is 46-38 San Antonio. Back and forth, we are going for this one. As we say, see you later to Al Red Sox fan. Thank you so much for tuning into the game. Hopefully we see you later. Definitely catch the end of this one on demand. So, all right. Back to it we go. And they inbound to Tony Parker. Parker now back over to Pau Gasol. Gasol fouled on the shot, and it will be against Aaron Gordon. His third foul of the game, so two free throws for Gasol, the 7-footer. First one is up and good. The next one is off the rim. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic passes over to Wilcox. Wilcox now over to Biyombo. Biyombo doesn't have it. Biyombo back over to Vucevic. Fouled by Gasol. 3 fouls by Pau Gasol. Already inbound to Vucevic. Vucevic puts the shot up, and it will be good. Huge shot. Good job there by Vucevic to make it a 7-point game. 47-40 over to Pau Gasol. Gasol goes for 3. Drains that one. Pau Gasol makes it a 10-point lead. LaMarcus Aldridge with his 3rd assist of the night. 3:48 left to go in the first half. Over to Elfred Payton. Payton turns the ball over. 4 turnovers for Orlando, 6 for the Spurs. Over to Tony Parker. Parker now over to Kawhi. Kawhi for 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Biyombo. Biyombo doesn't have the fast break, so he decides to pass it over to Vucevic. Vucevic shut down by Gasol. Over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon outside the arc. Yes! 3 points for Aaron Gordon. And the assist to Vucevic, his 4th one of the night. So the sub screen comes up, so we'll check on that. And Ibaka and Ross are ready to come back in as we return to the game. And we return you to the game. NBA Final here on EOSN featuring the Orlando Magic and the San Antonio Spurs as we get ready for this one. Inbound to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge now over to Danny Green. Green doesn't have it, so he simply just passes it over to Pau Gasol. Gasol, 21, puts it up for 2, and it'll be blocked by Vucevic. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon passes over to Ibaka. Ibaka, 20 for 2, and he will miss that one. And no foul either. Rebounded by Danny Green. Green passes over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard for 2, puts it up, and it will fall.
Got it.
Big shot there by Kwahi Leonard, his 18-point performance in the first half. Over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka for 1. They need their MVP to show up, and it isn't going to happen. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. Gasol over to Danny Green. Here comes the Spurs. Beautiful bounce pass over to LaMarcus Aldridge for 2. And the boos are raining down. It's 54-43 San Antonio. Inbound over to Terrence Ross. Ross kicks it over to Elfred Payton. Payton for 3. Yes! Elfred Payton with his first points of the game, and it's a 3-ball. Inbound over to Pau Gasol. Gasol puts it up for 2. He will miss that one. Rebounded by Vucevic. 1:24 left to go in the quarter. Over to Gordon. Gordon for 2. And he will be defended by Danny Green. Rebounded by Pau Gasol. That's his 8th rebound of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Over to LaMarcus Aldridge. Back to Gasol. Gasol for 3. Off the rim. Rebounded by Terrence Ross. No fast break, so he kicks it over to Vucevic. Vucevic back over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon for 2. And he will miss that one, but gets the foul. And it will be on Danny Green. So Aaron Gordon, 72% free throw shooter. First time to the stripe tonight. For 1 minute left to go in the first half. First one is up and good. Next one is off the rim. Jump ball recovered by Orlando. Kicks it over to Terrence Ross for 2. And it is blocked. Rebounded by Gasol. Gasol passes it over to Aldridge. Aldridge puts it up for 2. And he will get it and 1. What a shot there by LaMarcus Aldridge. The foul will be on Terrence Ross and Kwahi Leonard with his 4th assist of the night. LaMarcus Aldridge puts the shot up, misses that one. Rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka passes over to Terrence Ross. Ross shut down by Leonard. Kicks it over to Elfred Payton. Payton for 2. Needs this one, and it falls. Inbounded by the Spurs. Over to LaMarcus Aldridge. Doesn't have it. Now over to Parker. Parker. Jump shot is up, and it is good. Nothing but net. As they inbound, as we go to Terrence Ross. Ross kicks it over to Vucevic. Vucevic for the final shot of the half. Puts it up. Misses it. Rebounded by Aldridge, and that it is going to be the half. So halfway through this, the NBA final, it's 58-49. Let's go ahead and view some stats. And let's show them to you. Come on. There we go. All right. The Orlando Magic trail the San Antonio Spurs in this one-and-done championship game. It's 58-49. So, leading scorer for the San Antonio Spurs, big surprise there, Kwahi Leonard. Or no surprise there, Kwahi Leonard. Closely behind him is LaMarcus Aldridge. Number 1 assist man for the Spurs, Kwahi Leonard. Right behind him is Aldridge, Green, and Parker. And then leading rebound guy is Gasol for the Spurs. They're shooting 62% from the field, 17%, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, 65 from the stripe. Total rebounds, they have 24. Their largest lead has been 12. Only 1 lead change in this entire game, and that would have been the opening one. So for the Magic, lead point scorer is Aaron Gordon. Lead assist man is Vucevic. And the leading rebound man is Vucevic as well. They are shooting 43% from the field, 40% from three-point land, 83% from the stripe, but they're being out-rebounded 24-18. Where this is getting away from them, I feel like, is just field goal attempts made. I mean, as a team, the Spurs are 23 for 37, and the Magic are 20 for 46. So the opportunities have been there. In the first quarter, San Antonio outscored the Magic 28-21. In the second quarter, they only outscored them 30-28. So this game is not over yet. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break. When we return, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of the awards, who the regular season MVP was, who the scoring title champion was, who the defensive player of the year was, and who the coach of the year was. So give us 1 second. We'll be right back. And we are back here at EOSN. Sorry about that. Had to take a little bit of a break. So let's go ahead and just kind of recap where we are at and how we got there. It's a 9-point lead for the Spurs. And just in case you missed our first part of the game where we went over the spread and the percentages of who would win this game, it was a 95% chance the Spurs win this, only 5% chance the Magic win. And it is very, it's very accurate right now. It's a 9-point deficit for the Magic going into the second half. But before we get going with that, let's go ahead and start with the regular season award winners. So, first for we'll do the Coach of the Year. I like to look at this really as the most improved team award because Coach of the Year most of the time takes teams that really need the help and turn them into something that's a lot better than what they used to be. So Coach of the Year is going to go to the Phoenix Suns. And the reason why we picked that was we went inside, looked at all the team stats, and Phoenix was actually pretty consistent towards the top 5 in all those categories. So congratulations to the coach of the Phoenix Suns for winning that Coach of the Year award. Now, on to the Defensive Player of the Year, and it'll be Draymond Green from Golden State. So no surprise there. He's a defensive powerhouse. Got a triple-double in the second half of the season game against the aforementioned Phoenix Suns. And now the scoring title is Kwahi Leonard. Kwahi Leonard scored more points than anyone else in the first 2 games and what we like to call the regular season. So he's your scoring title winner. And your NBA MVP for 2018 Fictional Sports Universe, it is, drum roll please, Kwahi Leonard. So the MVP made it all the way to the NBA Finals. So that's how we are going to just roll with that and get ready to bring you guys that are watching on demand or live, however you are. Once again, want to apologize for the technical difficulties we've been experiencing today. It's been really stressful on my end too. But let's go ahead and get it on with this second half of the NBA Final. So we close that. Oh. Let's return to the game. All right. So 9 points is what the Magic are looking for. Will they get it? Let's find out. Here we go. San Antonio ball. Oh, hold on. Inbound to Danny Green. Green doesn't have it. Kicks it over to Kwahi Leonard. Leonard, the newly crowned MVP, turns the ball over. Throws it out of bounds, so it'll now be Orlando's ball. This is huge. If they can get the first points of the half. Over to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka for 3. Misses that one. That would have been huge if he made that, but he didn't. Rebounded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge passes over to Tony Parker. Parker kicks it over to Pau Gasol. Shut down by Vucevic. So Gasol has to go over to Danny Green. Green gives a beautiful bounce pass over to Tony Parker, who lays it up in there for 2. So the first points of the second half go to the Spurs, 60-49. Inbound to Vucevic. Vucevic puts the shot up, and it will be defended by Pau Gasol. Rebounded by him as well. Pass over to Danny Green. Green, 24, will go for 3. Misses that one. Rebounded by Ibaka. And something's up. I think we might have an injury check. Yep. On Pau Gasol. This injury's 9, so the pass number. And Pau Gasol is out for the rest of the game. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. This game is pretty close. So Pau Gasol out for has been injured. Where's my mouse? And is out for the rest of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, we are having a lot of technical difficulty over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this stream, and then we are going to start over from this moment, meaning start a new stream from this moment. So yeah, if you guys are interested in watching the rest of it, please keep an eye on the thing, or on our thing, as David Lee will come in to replace Pau Gasol. So yeah, we're going to kill this stream, this version of the stream, and then we're going to start over, okay? Well, there won't be any intro. There won't be anything like that. We're just going to go meat and potatoes right from the start, okay? So we'll see you guys in a second. Sorry about that.